Today I want to talk about the basic technical on the table tennis. Why I want to talk about this topic? Because I think in the youth level, a lot of coaches focus for the training for the players foundation. Nowadays, in my point of view, nowadays a lot of competition around the world, especially for the youth level. We can look the ITTF, the schedule, calendar. Every year about more than 12 proto in there. So good example of the Japanese players all travel around the world. So for the coach, I think you always want to coach your player can get a good result in the future. So how to training in this level? Sometimes will be confused or sometimes thinking training not enough. How can I go to the competition? Then after competition, how go back to the training? So I have the list down some basic technical for the table tennis. Let everyone to understand, maybe quite clear the objective when for the future training plan, maybe easier to help to develop the standard or what I say. Okay, today I want to, from 4 parts. First way, of course, understand the tactical and the technical. What's the difference? They are the relationship and the basic tactical routines, like the set menu, the set A, B, C, I just conclude. And the last part will talk about which tactical is suitable for the use in the competition. Technical means the most reasonable and the effective way to complete the action based on the competition requirement. For example, you learn to service, how to spin, the forehand, the backhand, and so on. Technically in table tennis is combined. It's not only for the techniques. They include the physical and the psychology. Like the day before, they introduced about psychology, how important for the table tennis, and the physical, how get the ball to strong and the spin. So this all included. Also, you have this technique, but do you trust yourself, or in the quick time you self-confident in the quick time to use? That's why it's the tactical so important. How to use this tactical into your training part? This very different. Old generation coach, some from China coach, they usually training the players, build the foundation first, must very strong. Then you can learn about tactical, then can participate the competition. I think nowadays change. You must both way to go. You maybe only can forehand, service, can top spin, but still can participate some competition. Still can, you have the chance to win a little bit match. So that's why the relationship is both way. Also, face to coach the new challenge. If you learn the technical, to go to the competition, you lost some match, you go back to home to training, how to analyze and review which part have to improve. That's why you training focus on the tactical, no focus on the technical. You focus on the tactical, then you training on the technical will be very objective and very clear. Otherwise, you always for the basic function, you're difficult to transfer to the competition. So this is why it's nowadays the training method a little bit change. So this is I want my point of view. It's not only for the elite level. Start from young. So the basic tactical, I separate the 3 parts: the service tactical routine, and the basic service tactical routines, and the receive service routine, and the rally service routines. The 3 parts. Basic service routine, we have the 2 groups. One group usually is a service routine with the spin. So that means these players always service different, like the strong under spin and the non-spin. Or side spring, side under spring. In the same place, they can use the same action, but can totally the different spring. For example, Ma Long, he is this part of the service routine, the tactical part. Another service routine like the placement change. These players always don't care about the spring, care about the placement. Always change. Let your opponents, it's difficult to waiting the some place, the lost balance. So she or he will win the time and the spacement to attack everywhere. So control all the time. So that's why we learn the training and then learn the service routine. This part, we see your players suitable to learn the spring or suitable learn to the placement. For my point of view, you want to spring very strong, it's more difficult. So you can start from the learn to the placement change, the easier. Also they can, like the beginning level, they always learn to the top spring, north spring, so basic action. That's why I'm concerned. Receive routine tactical, usually the whole set is like the fast push, draw shot, and the side push control routine. Another part is always a top spring, screen the ball, and feed the ball. So we have to separate the two parts. I think when you use the receive part, everything you want to learn. Yeah, some player everything. Today I try to learn for the short draw, push long draw, or the screen. Everything you learn, but you don't know in the competition how to use. Yeah, not suitable use. Yeah, I coach. He or she learn a lot, but you must summarize for him. Use a general part for your players. Then she or he, when go to the competition, too easy to use. Always can screen or the top spring, feed, whatever, or always control the short ball, independent which star you are. It's very important for the coach. I think a lot of coaches, then they are the coach, the players, everything want to learn, the coach them, but no like the executive clear the objective. Then they go to the competition, they don't know how to use, which part's important. And my personally, how to say, is 特长啊. It's good one. That's why you must learn the set menu. I special or the top spring, a twin, and the feed. Then you must the strong spring, a strong, powerful star. Usually you use the fast push, draw shot, and slide push. This star usually is the near the table, the control, the feeling very well. Though it's a different style of player, so you must understand your players from which part of the star. Then your training will the very specific for the good way to train. So we can use the example. Zhang Jike and Ma Long is totally different style. Maybe you can watch the video. Ma Long always use the service or control or use the spring more than to the screen and the power. It's totally different. You can review. Otherwise, you always learn the Zhang Jike is that one. Is it suitable for your players? I don't think so. If your players near the table is feeling better than screen, why don't use try to improve this part? Also, the pimper players, difficult to learn about this one. Pimper players usually use the faster push and give the pleasure for the opponents. So you have to very clear about this one. Talk about really technical routine. This is really we can separate for placement change, speed change, strength change, and spring change. We always focus the placement change. They included the speed change and the string change and the spring change. Placement change, mainly the switch line of the play. I think everyone they know is for the beginning level. It's very simple. The speed change, as the midst of the rhythm change, we have the faster, suddenly, slowly get the ball. That's why we are always training the backhand side the last few days. Let the girls move the in front or go back in front of the up and down. So let to learn the speed, how to change. The strength change usually use the different strength is the power in the legs power. It's reduce the hit the ball the power, but it's the same times. For example, you quickly, you always give the strong backhand. Suddenly, you less down the power. The mean is the power strength change. If the outside people look is a little bit different, look is similar. If you watch the TV, suddenly the ball is very near the table. Maybe sometimes she or he should reduce time. Sometimes it's just use the power is different reduce. This is when you are training, control all the things you will feeling is the different. Another one is the spring change. Spring change usually for the chopper players face to the attack players. So in this area, rather basic, rather tactical is all around about this 4 part. So when we are training, your players must carefully about not always in the line. When always must change the speed and sometimes let them to change the power. When they go to the competition, they can control this part of the tactical. After top service and the receive. Now I want to talk about the line. This is how to apply to the application of the basic tactical. It's the common tactical to tactical. It's usually we are 压左调右. That means a switch of the playing line from backhand to the forehand. Usually we are backhand to the forehand. How to use it? When can use this tactical? The mean usually you are the same level in the backhand. Then you have to change. The change meaning you don't want to always we are the same standard. We want to let your opponents move, change the different place. You control all the match in the time. That means I can waiting for you. Another is 压左等右. The meaning is the switch with the opponents waiting your opponent switch of the line. This is a bit different, but when you're training, it's similar. It's similar, but in competition it's different. The meaning is I strong enough for the backhand. I waiting for you come to the forehand. I don't want to change anyway. I'm ability strong enough. I can whole table play the half table. That's why this morning I let the players do this one. They don't understand, but when we go back to training, you can explain to them. If you develop this part, you're strong enough, you can waiting or whatever. Another thing is you direct go to the forehand, they change back to the backhand. This usually the opponents, the backhand very strong. I also not strong enough. I have to go there the forehand first, whatever for the left-hander or right-hander. After service, I direct go to the right side. Then she move out. It's very weak. Then go back to the backhand side. Then you will be control all the time. So this 3 part is a bit different. Another 4 part is the median side from the whole table. Yeah, usually we are the players both way backhand and forehand spring very strong. Also the European players usually in the median table is good strong. So we can see the Asian people always keep the crossed over the median side, then go to the both side. In the hand holder, the players difficult to near the table to give the quality ball. They can get the top springs. That's why we are always practice from medium to the whole table, from the medium for the whole table. This is very important for the shareholder, right? So that's why if we understand this for the part is the different line, how to use it, when you are training, you will the very clear objective tell your players why I use this program. If the backhand, and they change the ball, and the backhand, the opponents actually are backhand, and waiting for the forehand. It's totally is together to training. Otherwise, the players, okay, oh, I change, I go back. If you give that mind, the objective in there, this is a tactical training, not about a line training. Look at same program, but the benefit is effective. You get the different. That's why you have to put these things in your players. When you use the same time, it's the same program, but you set up the different criteria, let your players understand the training. After 10 minutes, you will receive the different effective. This I want to clear about this one. You show this picture, I think, oh, this same. I read the paper. It's no different. Program is same. The training method is same, but you set out the criteria, the topic is different. So then with the player training will improve. Not always focus on your action. You must, if you want to participate, play the competition, get the result when the training, this simple line, you still can get the benefit at the same time. This is I want to share with everyone. This is also my opinion.